to go. Young Wei 2 ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10. Callahan got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Callahan. Flush to his right. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. Defense has a touchdown. The coaching chose to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they throw another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It is fielded right at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 8 yards on the clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to throw again. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
I'll tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Callahan. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the ultimate result was an incomplete pass. They sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. Just bow.
Either way. Either. You got it. I just want to go past it.
Timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. play action here on first down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around, locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Falcons send out their punter. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Foye Sane American.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Callahan. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up the 2nd in just about a few inches here. They'll They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey
There to make the grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Panthers 10, Falcons 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Callahan. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Callahan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's 3rd down and 4 at the 6-yard line.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Callahan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Gonzalez on the field goal.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Check back 16. Stop.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. yards on the punt, return of 4, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets now up over the Bills. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But let's have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Callahan. And he slings one that's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. But it'll be 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Callahan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on third down, Callahan. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Callahan. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Touchdown, Panthers.
Yeah, way to go.
Christian McCaffrey. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips.
About it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Off play action. Callahan. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Off the bootleg, Callahan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He definitely would like to hit on that one, because now you've got a third and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Back to throw. Callahan. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, the This winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
St. Gonzalez set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was... solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
4 down, 4 down.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
A gain of
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the first. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Callahan. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
From the gun, Callahan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Off the play fake, Callahan. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Gerald Everett there to make the grab. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
29, Falcons 7. Zane Gonzalez.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Not much there, only a yard.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Off play action. Callahan. They'll roll him out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Off the play fake. Callahan to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Callahan. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right.
And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard
line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike 16, Mike 16. Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
Good call there on first down, and Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Check Mike 16. Number 16's coming. Check Mike.
2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He's going to let this one go deep.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Two times. 4 down. Check. 79 Bronco. 31's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
Give me some.
45 yards on the ground for him so far. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll go with a keeper. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. It's a quarterback sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Offensively, are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different?
True.
You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Richie Grant. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. Throwing after the interception, Callahan. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
That caught by Trimble. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 back.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Back to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate. Significant
touchdown, Panthers. Ronnie Anderson. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will extend this big lead.
44. Falcons 14. Zane Gonzalez is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Out of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
13, Mike 13. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.